because I want to explain to you why I believe in this so much and why I think all of you are incredibly smart. And if you are on the fence about this at all, let these numbers speak to you.
This is the duty station. Download across the nation. This is the duty station. Download it, download it. This is the duty station. Download it.
In 2019, my husband and I used the VA loan, $0 down, and you don't get that in every market, for $195,000. The mortgage on that property is now $1,282. It's been as low as $1,190. As your home increases in value, your taxes will go up, and sometimes your insurance will go up. That was a very meager purchase for us. We were newly initiated into the military culture and military life. My husband was an ensign. I was working from home, didn't have 𝗟𝗏𝘀 income yet, didn't have that business established yet. So in 2023, the value of that home is now $303,000. We've not even had it for 5 years. So we've had a 55% increase in profit, which means if we sold the home today, we would stand to profit over $100,000. Okay, you guys, before 𝗟𝗏𝘀, I was in the workforce and I contributed to my 401k for 8 years. When I left that position, I still did not have $100,000 in my 401k. And by the end of my time at that position, I was contributing 15% of my salary. And if you think about 401ks and TSPs, depending on how you have them invested, they're very affected by the market. So if the market's up, they're up. If the market's down, they're down. So by the time I left, the market was down and I still didn't have this much money. In an investment portfolio for myself. So we're planning on keeping this house through retirement. That's the plan, right? So the projected value in another 10 years of this property, a meager projection, is that it's going to be worth about $450,000, which is going to be about an average 49% increase. And if we choose to sell it, then we stand to profit about $250,000 on that investment for literally doing almost nothing except maintaining a great relationship with our renters and maintaining a great relationship with an attorney who helps us with our lease and any issues with our renters. This is a long-term rental for us. We've had the same renters in it for 4 years. We charge $1,746 per month for rent. That has gone up about $150 since we started the rent with the renter. That covers the mortgage and allows us to profit $5,500 a year. Now, let me just share with you that personally, we don't touch that money. That money goes into an account for that property because we know in 20 years we're going to have to replace a roof. And we know along the way something's going to happen. A hot water heater is going to go out. The AC unit is going to have to be fixed. We could have a really bad relationship with a renter and we need to have a reserve in place to take care of that. So for the past several years, we've been saving that money. Let me tell you what happened earlier this year. My husband and I were met with a huge expense, $7,000, that we did not anticipate and did not know was coming. And because we had this reserve for our rental property, we were able to cover that expense without any concern or without feeling the brunt of that. So that's what I mean when I'm talking about real estate as true passive income for you and your family. And I think the goal here is for you to be able to increase your investments over time. And this is our second home. We invested in this property. We brought a down payment to the table on this property, and we got into a neighborhood in an area that's considered hard to get into where we live. And so we made a sacrifice to dive into this neighborhood. We bought a home at $352,000 in 2021. Because of that, we've seen a really incredible increase on value in this property. Right now, it's worth about $525,000. And our projected value in 2033 is about $782,000. We're living in it. We do intend to rent it. Because the property values here are just continue to increase and go up, we're able to price our rent at the rate of what it would cost to buy a house in this neighborhood. So we should be able to make a significant more amount of profit by investing in a more difficult neighborhood to get into, or county. The schools in this county are supposed to be really great. So thankfully, since the market went up last year, we've been able to already see a really nice increase on this property. Danielle asked me, how are you able to purchase another 2 properties in the next 24 months? Will you live on each property for a year? I like this question. Thank you, Danielle. It's very thoughtful of you. So we have a PCS potentially coming up soon. And we've been saving money from our real estate investments. So I have a couple of options. I showed you guys earlier my finances on our properties. I can actually do either a home equity line of credit or a cash out refinance on one of my properties to take about $100,000 and put it down as a down payment and do a conventional loan on another property. So I won't actually be using a VA loan. And then we still have VA loan entitlement. So we'll be able to also do a VA loan on another property. Our goal is to put an Airbnb on this beautiful lake in Alabama called Lewis Smith Lake, where we hope to retire one day, and also to purchase a new home at our next duty station, which we're pretty certain we're going to be leaving. It's like a 50-50 chance whether we stay here. And if we do stay here in Jacksonville, Florida, we still need a bigger house because I'm pregnant. Woo! We're going to have more kids.